Oh shit, stream's getting muted.
Where have the times gone, baby? It's so wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? Yeah, I know it's hard to remember the people we used to be. It's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. You say it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try? And in that time that you wasted, all of our bridges burned down. I've wasted my nights. You turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent on you. Where have the times gone, baby? It's so wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? If happy ever afters did exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of shit. One more fucking love song, I'll be sick. Oh, you turn your back on tomorrow, 'cause you forgot yesterday. I gave you my love to borrow, but you just gave it away. You can't expect me to be fine. I don't expect you to care. I know I said it before, but all of our bridges burned down. I've wasted my nights. You turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent on you. Where have the times gone, baby? It's so wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? If happy ever afters did exist, I would still be holding you like this. And all those fairy tales are full of shit. One more fucking love song, I'll be sick. Now I'm at a payphone.
Man, fuck that shit. I'll be out spending all this money while you sitting around wondering why it wasn't you who came up from nothing. Made it from the bottom, now when you see me, I'm stunting. And all of my cars are with a push of a button. Telling me I changed since I blew up or whatever you call it. Switch the number to my phone so you never could call it. Don't need my name on my shirt, you could tell it I'm ballin'. Swish, what a shame, could've got picked. Had a really good game, but you missed your last shot. So you talk about who you see at the top or what you could've saw. But sad to say, it's over for. Phantom pull up, valet, open doors. Wished I go away, got what you was looking for. Now it's me who they want, so you can go and take that little piece of shit with you.
I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent on you. Where have the times gone, baby? It's so wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? If happy ever afters did exist, I would still be holding you like this. And all these fairy tales are full of shit. One more fucking love song, I'll be sick.
Alright,
I'm at a payphone.
here we go. This is our slow SV slash reading map of the pool. And yeah, one of the probably more common first picks among all the probably one of the more popular picks in terms of teams that are strong in gimmick. Just gonna pick this right off the bat, and Hokoasa are apparently one of those teams. Yeah. So slow SV, Hokoasa were seed 1, if I do remember correctly, on this map. For qualifiers, which was, depending on who you ask, might be easier, might be harder this map. Definitely harder on the reading side of things, perhaps, or on the SV side of things. In terms of purely slow, it's maybe not as slow and maybe not as annoying to play. So yeah, 180 BPM, mostly just consistency. We've got some even note patterns here and there. Alright, that should be the slots and everything sorted out. And Hokoasa versus T-T-Techno. On the slow SV map, we've got Nisio, Chiffon, Itch, and KYMN versus M Biscuits, Shika, Waidabu, Yakisoda, and M-Biscuit. We have Panic, hopefully not lagging too much. Alright, little early miss there from QMN, but somewhat traded in the act on the side of T-Techno, but as the PS get used to the SC, get used to the rhythm of the map, act starts to build up, and Techno should be able to take the lead starting now. Chiffon finds a miss on a small little gimmicky note, and Techno able to hold a small lead for now, but no real hard part yet. Get into some SV here. And Waidabu next to drop. First to drop inside Techno. Sashika also trading. And now we've got a close game on our hands. 1,000 points difference. And yeah, Hokoasa can build a small lead. They've got pretty much better combo. And as long as you just don't drop during this pretty tricky finisher section, it should be fine. And oh, the KKD catching out Kingwen and M-Biscuit though. And the trade is so important for Hokoasa. They're able to maintain this lead, though it is kind of falling. A little bit of overlap here. Not gonna catch out anyone. And 1/3 here catching out M-Biscuit. Transition catching out Waidabu. And now the lead has grown to 40k. It's gonna keep growing because of the strong combos inside of Hokoasa. Still holding on to 2 full combos. M-Biscuit finding another miss doing these even note patterns. PYMN also missing on the finishers. Tricky finishes here, catching out 2 players from Hokoasa. She also finding a miss. And the ending does get a bit tougher. We're heading into a pure slow SV section here. Stream catching out Edge. And KGYMN, it flips over. Techno had the lead. It just comes down to this small Ki section. One more stream here. And I think barely Techno have done it by 10,000 points. An early breakpoint, some unfortunate misses there. And by the skin of their teeth, they're just about able to convert the point. Wow, 1 FC from Yakisode, who will be top scoring the lobby. Absolutely clutch. Edge as well. Unfortunately finding those misses towards the very end. 2 100s is the true top scorer of the lobby. I was mistaken. But unfortunately, KTYMN reshuffling on the accuracy and the miss side of things a bit too much. And Hokoasa will give over their first pick here. They now look over the side of Techno. No real standout scores, but if my opponent bans HD1, you better bet I'm picking HD2. We'll see if Techno are confident enough to pick this HD2. It is quite a weird map. Maybe a bit practice heavy, and if these players haven't put in sufficient practice, this map might not quite be doable. Then again, they did have some really strong scores on the No More 1, No More 2. Oh, they're gonna go for No More 3 instead. The ultra long tech map with a pool. Alright, tech map by KK negative. 172 BPM consists of 1/6 and 1/8. Quite a lot of them as well. So yeah, super heavy on the tech. A little bit skill cappy towards the end. Maybe plays more 340 than 170, but this is how the map goes. And yeah, Techno have a pretty strong lineup in terms of just like having high skill cap players. That isn't to undermine Hokoasa though, which do have some really strong players inside, which would explain their 4th seeding. Right, you should be seeing the final lineups coming in now. So actually the Indonesian duo of Sarah and T-T-Techno coming in for Hokoasa. Yukineko, Yakisode, Sashika and Monkey D. Luffy coming in for Techno. Again, pretty Techno favorite if you ask me. Now we'll see. Right, just early days here. It's an early miss for Sarah. Besides that, everyone holding their ground, especially big egg drops. It's just Sarah finding a few misses. And either Bancho maybe? Okay, maybe. Yeah, Bancho missed that for T-T-Techno. The attack section only really catching up Hokoasa players. As we see a more, Sarah keeps missing Nisio also next to break on the side of Hokoasa. And either Bancho miss there for Sachika, it seems. You can echo, however, that seems like a real miss. Chiffon as well finding the miss, and now Nisio as well on the miss. Now it's just T-T-Techno on the side of Hokoasa holding on to full combo. Meanwhile, 3 players self Techno holding on. 900 combo for 3 players, now approaching 1,000. Akisodia, Sashika, Monkey all holding on. Not even halfway through the map yet. Only 60,000 points. That's like what, 15k points per person? It is on a longer map, so I guess 70k might be quite a bit but considering that the hard part is still yet to come, this doesn't quite bode so well for Hokoasa. I mean, it's just a small dislike, but that can really tank your accuracy. So into another calm section, I believe the break should be soon. More tech, Shifody next to find a miss. Sarah as well, and unfortunately this is slipping from Hokoasa's fingers. So maybe not quite the map just yet. No real opportunity to grab a breakpoint. The map starts to ramp up in difficulty some now. KDK did find a miss, and that's the only FC on the side of Hokoasa gone. Meanwhile, Techno still holding on to 3 FCs. One 8 section. There was this by catching out Yakisode, but Sashika and Monkey Yuffie still holding on. Yuki Neko, minus that one early miss from earlier, is also holding on to good combo. Finally finds a miss on somewhat nothing. But that should more or less be a double FC guaranteed for Techno unless they miss on the ending here. Of course, a lot of egg being dropped as expected from this type of ending, but there it is. 4 million score reach for Techno. No sweat on their own pick here on No Mod 3. Oh, I looked away for a second. But that's a TT1 pick so early on. Alright, very interesting pick coming out very early for Hokoasa. Everything considered, TT1 pure visual act map. Yeah, very surprised we see this so early on. It does really feel like a toss-up compared to most other maps in the pool, but you know, if they want to go for something like this, if they have good scores on it and they have confidence, this is definitely a pick that makes sense. Again, Minefield Surfing, extremely short map, just a bit over 1 minute. Saw one other team play yesterday with pretty decent accuracy, and you know, if Hokoasa really have some insane team scores, this pick is totally justified. As mentioned, a little bit more of an RNG map considering that, like, you know, only 5 plus DD is a bit low, but for map structured such as this one with multi BPM, it really does feel like OD 1 million. So yeah, just surprised you want to pick this so early. Considering that maybe there are other better maps to pick, that leaving out both gimmick maps in No Mod 4 and SP. Maybe that's just a sign of lack of practice or something of the sort. But Alright. Let's see if Hokoasa here can prove their pick, or maybe they'll potentially be going down 4-0. What is going on? Oh, what is going on? Okay, hopefully client is fine. Looks like everyone's into the map. So you see QMN, small little hit start. But let's hit straight into it. See a miss on Sashika. And again, every miss on such a short map is extremely important, costs a lot of score. And already, I mean, the act just not looking so good on the side of Techno. Just get down below 90% Sashika as well, despite Monkey's efforts at 99%. KDDK is holding 99 right now, and the rest of the team is also pulling their weight. Because 200k though can disappear in a blink of an eye. Chiffon finding a miss that even things out a little bit, but it's being traded by Sashika. And yeah, with just not much accuracy on the side of Techno, this pick is more or less impossible. As you already hit towards the outro, little speed up here, maybe quote unquote long streams here, and then a final finisher section. Little small troll miss by KD Women, but that's a strong pick for Hokoasa. As apparently I'm too laggy to see the result screen. Can I see it please? Okay, I just have to click escape on all of them because the storyboard I think lasts for too long. Oh well, I can tell you for sure that Hokoasa won that pick. I do believe. KDK finishing for 1.06. A little bit below Monkey D. Luffy's 1.1, but it's good enough. And yeah, Techno struggling a little bit with the accuracy. Particularly Embiska and Sachika maybe finding struggling a little bit. Oh, my client's having a stroke. Okay, looks like it's fine. So you did wait for Techno's next pick. I need to remind you to fix the client later, but yeah, they did pick okay, Nomad 1. They did pick Nomad 3 just now, so now I'm going for another tech map, it seems. Yeah, unfortunately I chose like the right shell blue that blends in perfectly with the background, but yeah, Nomad 1 and Nomad 3 and then now Nomad 1 being picked. New game plus 200 BPM. Pretty popular farm map, I want to say. A little bit of time. So yeah, Techno probably gonna run the similar comp as from Numot 3. Typically, if you're running most of the same players as Numot 3. Maybe I think that's minus Yakisoda plus YW. And waiting for the 4th player from Hokoasa. Alright, rip it off. Checking the map here. But yeah, let's get straight into a new game plus. Again, 200 BPM with 1/8, more or less 3 or 4 of them in each pattern. And there aren't that many, so avoiding chain missing is quite important. There's a little bit of a free section in the middle. But yeah. A little bit of lag, bunch of lag there. To hit right into this skill cap map of the pool. Minus mod 6. As, oh, everyone is nailing the map so far. It's only coming out to tiny act of difference. As everyone from Techno is holding really strong accuracy. And everyone comes out of the first 1/8 section perfectly unscathed. It's 8 FCs coming to this stream part. Of course, this is the easy part. No one's gonna find a miss right. A monkey right in the very end. And that's pretty big. I mean, Hokoasa right now losing just because of accuracy are able to grab back a bit of score, especially from the miss from Yuki Neko. Coming into the slow section here, another miss from Yuki Neko. Hokoasa can build a big lead just kind of off the combo alone. That's 4 people at combo cap versus 2. And then of course a break. Nothing like a break to raise the stakes or raise the nerves. Techno, no, they are gonna lose their own pick if they don't lock in right now. And all Hokoasa can do is just hold. Unfortunately, they have a 7.5 star map staring them in the face. But if they can hold throughout this ending, then it'll 100% be doable. Let's hit straight back into the 1/8s. Again, nobody finding any misses. And yeah, finding a miss like this on a map is kind of brutal because it always causes multiple misses, as Yuki Neko is the first one that's gonna break. I'll say Techno were pulling it back off of accuracy alone by Yuki Neko, and now Sashika finding misses. Hokoasa looking so clean on the No More 1, looking to get this 4-way FC on this final last pattern. They do nail it. That's a 4-way on No More 1, by the way. What? I mean, that's just a team score, no? 4-way FC, 399s and 98.75 from Sarah. And the only one finding FC on the other side, Waidabu. Unfortunately, it's the play of the low act that finds the FC, and they just miss out a lot of score off of that. Yuki Neko also not quite able to hold on to any combo. And that just gives Hokoasa this second point, this crucial second point, evening the match out at 2-2. Alright, second ban here for Techno. Again, no mod 4 or SB feels like good bans. Might be a bit much. And that is the no mod 4 ban. Yeah, not surprised. I think they mentioned of like insufficient packages and maybe I mean they did manage to win Nomad 5, but Nomad 4 is one of those maps that maybe don't really have enough players that can really have the gimmick control good enough to ban it, and we're gonna see a double gimmick ban, which is quite surprising. Alright, so back to Hokoasa's pick. Ooh, okay, another interesting map being picked here from Hokoasa. Having picked, what, no mod 5 TT, they're gonna go for Hard Rock 2, which is basically a SV map on a anti-mod map on Hard Rock. So yeah, very interesting pick. Maybe not the most traditional HR2, but yeah, an SV heavy HR2. You know, they went for the mod 5 pick just now, did quite work out, and now they're gonna go for another SV heavy pick, which I think is quite interesting. But you know, if they have enough confidence, they can always go for whatever picks. Heading to I keep doing my model with a HR2 custom. Again, SV heavy, we've got those flying K finishers present throughout many hyper flip maps. So yeah, definitely a little bit of practice might be required for this one. It's a bit tricky, especially coming into the ending with some finisher K into D 1/4 patterns, which, you know, might require a bit of memorization if you want to skip. It is readable though, and definitely should be skipped if you can't hit it consistently. A little bit of a calm intro, a little bit of actually also being built by Techno. Not gonna really matter much, however. We head into the meat of things. Ooh, those 1/3 stack gonna catch out Sashika. That being said, however, Techno do have a slight egg lead. None of the members of Hokoasa are really holding stellar egg besides Chiffon at 99.6. Meanwhile, YW and Monkey are pretty much close to SSing. I think YW has just a single digit amount of hundreds being dropped so far. We head into a more SV heavy section. Right now, it's only Sachika, mind you, that's dropped from the full combo. A bit of an SV section. This part's a bit easier. But map's gonna start getting harder right about now. Get back to these flying cut finishers again. So far, no drops from Hokoasa. Again, here's the KZ, Sashika, and KBK trading each other, however. Sharon also fighting this. And yeah, things just looking so good for Hokoasa right now. Nisio Chiffon edge. Oh, holding FCs! I say that as Nisio finds a miss, but immediately traded by Monkey. There's just no opening for Techno to get back into this one. It's still 2 FCs being held. Chiffon and Edge holding on. YW on the other side. The axe good, but Chiffon is locking in on that accuracy, and that's it for HR2. 4.1 million team score. Hokoasa able to grab the point. It did get a bit sketchy. It looked a bit close at the start, but they do manage to close it out. 3-2 now. This match is slowly but surely heating up. Techno to pick and try and equalize. I mean, 60k score lead is not really a one player thing, I'd say. Kinda need, like swapping out one, like missing one player would have made a huge difference. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that one player is particularly bad, you know, but maybe a one player swap, you know, I believe both teams seem to be missing players, and that can be quite important. But you know, if both teams are missing players, there's just more content, right? So you wait for Techno's next pick. Again, I mean, these picks have kind of been left, right, up, down, everywhere. I'm just not so sure. There's no real like game plan so far, I'd say, for any of these teams. We haven't seen any HD being picked, so maybe Techno are gonna bite that bullet first. Maybe in the HD2 perhaps, or the HDHR. Okay, no more. I mean, no more 1 didn't go their way. So no more 3 did though. And if they want to play off the tech maps, there is no more 6 still open for the taking. Oh, it is the HD bullet being bitten. That's HDHR, the first ones who dared to pick HD in this match. After Hokoasa banned HD1, however, I would say that there is some merit to this being picked. Of course. As we see, Shika Noko 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 Koshtantan, Raphael remix. A 185 ppm map with some multi-1-6 patterns here and there. A little bit of a neuro-funk section, slower SV in the middle, and then a bit of a higher SV stream and some finishers towards the ending, as well as a little bit overcooked gimmick section towards the ending. Right, hopefully getting started very soon. Alright, a bit of a long wait. I should be getting into HDHR here. Again, Hokoasa banning the HD1, shows they are maybe a bit scared of HD. And if Techno can capitalize it on this HDHR pick, maybe they can try to go for HD2. There is some slow sections in HD2, but I think the fast sections are also pretty tricky. And if your opponent shows that they can't quite play the tricky fast you can't play the standard fast HD, maybe you can't play the tricky HD2 either. But for now, let's focus on Shikanoko Koshtantan. Into the first group of 1-6ers. Again, more or less a pure act gaming coming out of Techno right now. 4-way double S. It's Itch that's gonna find a miss. Oh, and that's Itch and KTYMN finding misses. So far, and Biscuit, Sashika, Yukineko, Serene all holding on tight. That's 3-way double S right now. And we are heading into a slower section. KTYMN, another miss. I do not think that's Bancho. Itch as well. And unfortunately, Hokoasa just don't seem to have a good footing in the HDHR. And Techno should be able to take this. There is a newer funk section coming up. Still though, perfection coming out. 3 of these Techno players. S-Rame, Sashika, Yukineko. What is going on? That's finally a 100 draw from Srime. But Sashika, Yukineko still holding on strong. Had KDDK as well, holding on to 99.93. Nisio also at 99, but not much you can quite do against a 4-way FC now. Ambuscade finally finding a miss on the finishers. But that is way too little. Hokoasa need way more than that. As we see a chain miss coming from Sachika and Yukineko. It does make things a bit closer, but nothing's really gonna transpire from those mistakes. It should still be an easy techno point as Ambiscuit finds a bit more misses as well. KDK did break their full combo, so it is a 1v1 FC on both sides, BCO and SRAM. Yeah, I mean, pretty sick scores all around. Techno with 2, almost 399%, and Ambiscuit with a good supporting score 1.03. And unfortunately, Hokoasa just really only have 2 players on this map. Yeah, this 0-100 is coming off Yukineko as well. Speaking of gimmicky picks being picked, Hokoasa went No Mod 5, DT1, HRDT, and now DT1 and now HRDT, sorry, HR2, what am I saying? And now HRDT, that's the OD11 map being picked from Hokoasa, apparently confident in their act. I mean, after DT1, I kinda have... I'm a little bit more reassured in their act gaming, but again, this pick can be quite, how do I say this, variable in terms of your score. Like chain 100 one stream and suddenly you're down 30k points. And you know, on an FC map like this, every little point matters. Maybe you'll see some swaps, but I think these teams are down enough players that we haven't seen that many swaps in players, actually. It's just the same familiar faces appearing over and over again. So yeah, 130 BPM plus TT is about 202 BPM. SV slightly lower, but of course OD 5.5 plus RL plus TT. That's OD 10 plus, I'd say 10 plus 10.3 or something. It's any higher than that. Alright, Indonesian duo of KDK and Sarah coming out for Hokoasa. And everyone else in the lobbies is Japanese minus Monkey D. Luffy, but yeah, I mean, it's basically 2 JP teams plus some imports here and there.
What's going on?
As we see Crazy Frog XLF, our custom map by Irone. Again, Ack, the name of the game here. I do want to say that Techno really feel like they've been out hacking the entire match so far, so I'm very surprised that Hokoasa do want to pick this. I mean, this has really different vibes from the DT one that they did manage to win off of accuracy. Every other map has not been the best in terms of accuracy for Hokoasa, but I think Techno have been choking a fair bit in some of the maps. Maybe that's what they're hoping for. Unfortunately, no real standout high accuracies on the Hokoasa side. Techno, however, holding 499% right now. It's only Chiffon and KGY men, both near 99. KTTK, however, at 98%. Yukineko, however, that's a crucial miss, but again, it's an accuracy game. I don't think that miss is gonna matter too much in the grand scheme of things. And still, Techno holding on to a decisive lead here, 50,000 points on an accuracy map. Finishers not catching out a single person. Hokoasa looking good for the 4-way, however, they will be losing this if Techno don't make any mistakes as we head to the final chorus of the map. Barely a fifth of map left, and if Techno don't finally miss, if they can complete this 3-way, it should be an easy point for them. Seems like they will. 4.2 mil mark cross, looking for 4.4, and they will stick the landing. Hokoasa, despite the 4-way FC, their act is just simply not good enough in the face of Techno. .99% from Sashika and Y Double. Monkey with 99.77 for 100s. And that miss from Yukineko means nothing when Sarah also has pretty much the same score with an FC.
What's going on?
Oh, okay. That's the next HD map being picked here. Now with a bit more confidence, Techno can go for HD2. So yeah, first time we're seeing this map on stream, and I do believe that's every map having been seen on stream now. Minus Teacher 1, I guess. Yeah, this match is maybe the longest so far. Unless Techno decide to sweep the last 2 points, then another 9-map match similar to the last one. But yeah, HD2 Hokoasa looked shaky on the HDHRs. I mean, HD2 does play somewhat differently, but alright, HD2 out reading HD with some slow, but a lot of SV. We'll see how whether Hokoasa can somehow get this break point back. They do kind of desperately need it. We are heading into the final few maps being picked here, and yeah, things are kind of heating up. A little bit of a mispick for that HRDT as we head into slow SV here. Looks like everyone knows it's covering, everyone does sufficient practice. Of course, a little bit of act being dropped, should be able to recover it later. So yeah, hybrid HD pick, some fast, some slow, but ooh, those are some misses from M-Biscuit again. mentioned about the lack of practice, and that could be biting them in the ass right now. Small little swing section, slow SV catching out KTTK. That will eventually even out the scores maybe. And we see another miss from Nisio. And now this lead flipping over back to the Techno side. Ooh. And yeah, I mean, Techno now have 3 FCs, 3 people at combo cap that can slowly build this lead. Just barely though. I think misses are gonna be the name of the game coming into the ending. And especially this section here. Doublets. Not catching out anyone. A little bit more gimmicky section coming up. Snapping changes. And slow SV catching out Rhyme, and I mean that's huge. That's the lead flicking over eventually, probably right now flipping over. Let's go. Hokoasa now 7k points to the lead. Oh, but Egg is being dropped. Doublet section, not catching out anyone, but the fast SV catching out Nisio. That's a huge chain miss. And it flips over 30k points to Techno. We've got somewhat of gimmickier section here. Low SV plus a doublet spam. Hokoasa just praying someone from Techno finds a miss. But right now, Yakisoda Sashika looking good. And Biscuit, however, finds a miss. SV section here can chip a lot of players. Nisio gonna trade the miss, however. This lead's not gonna budge. Just 30,000 points. Techno are holding on tight, however. And now we're in the outro. A lot of score being dropped, however. I think that was an egg drop. 14,000 points. It's gonna be really hard to grab this back, however, unless some miracle happens for Hokoasa. Unfortunately, it just seems impossible unless this ending section catches off someone. It does get pretty slow, but it does seem that Techno have found their ground. And it's just that one chain miss, unfortunately, for Hokoasa. Insane scores from all these players. KTTK, Itch, Kiroyman, Sashika, Yakisoya, all holding on to FCs, 99% for 3 of them. And the one miss from KDK and Biscuit and SRM also single digit. Unfortunately, Nisio just finding those chain misses, and that's just gonna pretty much cost the map a bit of inconsistency as well, unfortunately. And yeah, Hokoasa, it's close, but unfortunately they do not get this all-important breakpoint. Good news is that it's their pick. So all they need to do is win their next pick and then win the breakpoint after. Techno are surely running out of options soon. But Hokoasa, they've been picking all the gimmicky maps. Like Nomad 5, HR2, DT1, HRGT. In terms of gimmicky maps left, I guess there's HR1, but then again, it's a bit mechanics with the speed and stuff. I say that as we pick pure mechanics pretty much. It's true that they did win the mechanics Nomad 1 pick, however. So we'll see how this Nomad 2 pick goes. 280 BPM, more or less pure speed. A little bit of stamina requirement as well. A little bit of a dislike in the KI, but yeah, a little bit of finisher control also required on this map, which can trip up players who don't play much tournaments. Again, hitting finishers very much required to get a good score. Alright, one SS from Yukineko. This map is definitely SSable for the players in this lobby. The thing about Hokoasa picking such a mechanically demanding map is that Techno really do have the kind of rank advantage, if you want to call it that, I guess. But you know, after winning No Mod 1, I don't really know what to think anymore. Again, a little bit of a risky pick, as are all of the picks actually. But yeah, Hokoasa now facing trouble against match point. Waidabu, that's a bunch of miss. As Sashika gonna be the first one finding misses. Finishes also catching out Chiffon, however. And that's the lead thrown right back into Techno's hands. In fact, that's the high accuracy player on the Hokoasa side gone. And everyone's holding pretty decent. And I mean, the margin for this map might be kind of close. Another finisher section here. This time not catching out anyone. Again, Yukineko holding on to that SS for now. It's pretty much just egg gap right now. 40,000 points. Hokoasa need Techno to find misses, find egg drops, but... Ooh, that's from the wrong team. Itch finding a miss. And now Techno running away with this winner's bracket match. 80,000 points of lead now. Itch finding another miss. Yukineko still holding on to the SS. I think Techno have this in the bag. 100,000 points, looking to continue in the winner's bracket. And unfortunately in this outro, I think that's it. Techno should be able to win this map. And with that comes the upset, quote unquote, by just one seed, but an upset. Really close match with some interesting results, but in the end, Techno do run away with it on this No Mod 2 pick. So yeah, I mean, that's the final winners bracket match of the week. The 1300 UTC match scheduled for today, I think, is an FF. So yeah, we'll be seeing you for 2 more matches, one more at 14 UTC and one more at 15 UTC. There'll be Hokoasa versus Pancake and Jiansa de Mao versus Awu. See you then.